A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A plus English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A plus way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A plus English.
Hello everyone, welcome to A Plus English. I'm Mike.
I am Betty.
Yes, you are. And here we are with you guys, and we're again talking about the eye test pictures that we all know and love. Well, we all know them. I'm not sure we all love them. Eye doctors love them, but we all know them. We were talking about two specific pictures that you will see when you take an eye test or an eye exam.
Right.
And we learned that they are part of one of these special machines they have at the eye doctor or at the glasses store, right? The place you buy your glasses. The machine was called an
autorefractor.
Autorefractor. Now, you might not know what that is. I didn't know what that machine was called. They have so many special.
But it's that machine, right?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
One
and
of
as
them,
you said, it's one you put your chin in there, and there's usually a thing here to stop you from moving your head. And you look at pictures. There are these tiny little pictures, and you look at them. And once we tell you the pictures, there's a red building.
Right, a red house.
A red house or some kind of building, and also some balloons.
Yeah, the balloon one.
There you go. So we're trying to figure out, are these real places, especially that building, that red building, is it a real place? And some people have said, well, it could be. It could actually be two places.
Oh, one is high up north in Iceland.
In Iceland, it's a church with a name that we won't try to say because it's a name in Icelandic, which is a hard language for me to pronounce. And the other one, it could be a barn or a farmhouse in Lexington, Kentucky, USA. But it's weird that no one was really sure. I think you could probably go to those places and find out. But anyway, it's an interesting question. It's one of those things that we do and see and all the time. But have we ever actually stopped to think and wonder where did it come from? What is this image? Why did they pick that picture and not a picture of a brightly colored
dog,
parrot or
cat,
a dog or something
animals.
like that? Yeah, exactly. So why? Well, anyways, we're going to find out more about this and much, much more in our article. But first, we have this warm-up question. How often do you go for an eye check, Betty? Do you like it or not? Why?
I try to avoid it as much as I can.
I know, but you were saying you have problems with your eyes, so
all
you
the
shouldn't.
Time.
Bad, Betty.
Because they are gonna, like doctors, they're gonna start lecturing. Like they're gonna say you should take better care.
You should.
I know all of that. The problem is,
but that's their job.
Oh, I get annoyed, and they get annoyed, and we just. Both, it never ends well.
Yeah, sometimes when you have a problem, going back to the doctor is what you should do, but you do it so often. But really, you should take care of your eyes. I mean, just imagine
that's true.
If you're older and you can't read, you can't watch movies,
be sad.
You can't go to art galleries, or
I can't travel.
Yeah, well, you could travel.
But I just can't see anything.
We would take you to Kaohsiung and say, "Look at Paris, isn't it beautiful?" And you'd say, "Why did we take a train to?"
It smells like Kaohsiung, but
it's Paris. Anyways, so take care of your eyes. Take care of your eyes,
That's
guys.
True.
And let's get to our article.
好，那今天呢，在我们开始之前有一个小问题，比如说同学很常见哦，如果你想要说，帮我的茶加点牛奶，你可以怎么说呢？或者是帮我的咖啡加点糖，可以怎么说呢？我们等一下来解答。
Are the eye test pictures real places?
What about the hot air balloon picture? It's interesting because part of it is real and part is not. The road in the picture is actually real. It's in Monument Valley in Arizona, US. As for the balloon, the manufacturer, Nidec, added it to the photo later. They started using this image in their products in 1990. So, when you see the balloon, you know you're using a NIDEC machine.
All right, so today we're going to turn our attention to that other picture you often see in the auto-refractor machine during an eye test at the eye doctors. Remember, we were talking about the red building. That could be a church. It could be a farmhouse or a barn on a farm in America. There was the other one, though. This is the one I think you remembered as well. The hot air balloon picture. There's a hot air balloon, and you look at it, and it gets clearer, and you know, that kind of thing. So, but that picture, where did that picture come from? Or what about the hot air balloon picture?
对，那我们刚才呢，讲到了，我们昨天是不是讲到了一个小红色的小房子？那我们今天来讲这个热气球。那这个 what about 什么什么，就是那什么什么怎么样呢？那个热气球怎么样呢？房子讲完了，那热气球怎么样？举例来讲哦，你的作业呢，你写完了吗？ What about your homework? Did you finish it? Okay.
Yeah, often when we're changing the topic, that's a good way to do it. We can also use what about as a suggestion, right? When you're sitting around with friends and you have different, what about going to the beach? What about playing basketball? What about seeing a movie? We often use that as a suggestion, but here it's kind of changing the topic, right? Changing the topic. So we're talking about the red building. Now, what about, let's change the topic to those balloons. They're both used in the auto-refractor machine. Well, here we have a sort of answer. It says it's interesting because part of it is real and part is not.
Okay, so I'm a little bit confused in here. 他就说，很有趣哦，因为它有一部分那个热气球，有一部分是真的。有一部分是假的 so that means they photoshopped it probably 30 years ago.
Yeah, this might not be a picture that was taken in the wild, right? In a natural way, in the real way. They kind of made the picture to make it useful for eye tests.
Oh, okay.
Now, it says the road in the picture is actually real. So the balloon is there. It seems to be floating over the land, and there's a road beneath the balloon. So apparently the road in the picture is actually real. That was taken in a real place, and that is a real road.
Which means the air balloon isn't real, right? Hot air balloon
right, might have been
real.
added in later.
Oh, okay, so that's cool. 他说这个路，我们来看那个延伸的很长那个路，对不对？感觉很漂亮，一望无际的那个路呢，是真的。那这个 actually 呢是事实上的意思哦，你可以用来更正他人的想法呀，补充事实啊，或者是表达，你跟他的意见不同，跟预期不一样的，你就可以用 actually 澄清一下哦。比如说，他就说，巧克力不是最喜欢吃的吗？来，这个送你哦。你就说 ，actually I don't like chocolate that much。其实我没有那么喜欢吃，你自己吃就好。
Yeah, so that is a real road. And if you want to find the road, well, it's in a pretty famous place. It says it's in Monument Valley in Arizona, U.S. So another place in America, this time in the southwestern state of Arizona, in the very famous Monument Valley. And if you've ever watched a cowboy movie, they filmed hundreds of them in Monument Valley, those big sort of rock towers that they have there. That's Monument Valley, and that's where you will find that road.
对，他就说他在哪里呢？这个 Monument Valley，它就是纪念碑谷。那个前面一个字就是纪念碑，后面那个字就是谷啊，翻成中文就是纪念碑谷。在哪里呢？亚利桑那州。所以这一次感觉是蛮确定。我们昨天讲说，有2个嘛，就是那个 Red House， 但是这一次呢，我们就只有一个候选人这样。
Yeah, and along with the Grand Canyon and places like that, Monument Valley is spectacular and probably one of the most photographed places in America. So it makes sense. They have lots of pictures that they can use like this. But what about the balloon? It says, as for the balloon, the manufacturer, NIDEC, added it to the photo later. So they had this road, they had the mountains maybe, a nice blue sky, which is what you'll find in Monument Valley a lot of the time. And then they added in the colorful balloon. So yes, it was photoshopped, it was manipulated. It's not a natural, it's an artificial image.
I'm just a little bit curious. Why do they need to have that road in the picture?
I don't know.
You need to have the red house, the hot air balloon, but the road is like decoration.
Probably just to make it more interesting than just having a balloon against a blue sky.
OK. 那这里的话 as for 就是至于哦，就是把话题转到下一个东西。那这个 manufacturer 比较难哦，制造商的意思。这里有讲到一间公司，它其实就叫日本尼德克有限公司啊，它其实是做就跟光 学相关的仪器哦，所以你可以想见就是说哦，因为他们要做这个机器，所以呢他们就要想说图片要用什么，那这就是他们当时的这个想法。那刚刚呢我们的这个开头的小问题有说茶里面加牛奶，你可以这样子说 Please add some milk to my tea. Add A to B， 这个很好用哦，加糖到咖啡，加水到你的奶茶里，这个都可以用。
All right, so this company, Nidec, they started using this image in their product in 1990.
So that was really early.
Yeah, so many generations of people have had their eyes tested with this machine. So for you, who you've had your eyes tested, maybe your parents have, and your grandparents too. Everyone has seen these balloons and, that house probably as well. Because yes, as far back as 1990, they were using the same picture in their auto refractor or in their eye test images.
对，他就说呢，那哪个时候开始用的呢？其实在很早哦，1990年代就在他们的产品里面呢用这个东西了。那同学注意一下 ，start to 跟 start， 然后加动词 ing， 意思是一样，所以 start using 你也可以说 start to use。好的，那接下来我们就来看到下一句话喽。
So, when you see the balloon, you know you're using a Nidec machine.
We know the company. Different company, the Red House and the hot air balloon.
Yeah, so next time you're in there and your chin's there and the eye doctor's there, you can say, oh, I see you're using the Nidec. And they'll be like, wow, how do you know?
Impressive.
And you can impress them and they'll give you a discount.
No, they won't. 好，这个 so 就是所以的意思哦 when 就是当的意思。那同学要注意哦，它前后都用现在简单式，就代表事实的陈述。下一次如果怎么样的时候，就可以知道是什么东西。好，所以这个是一个事实的陈述。好，那同学们来看第一个单词哦 ，interesting 就是很有趣，很有趣哦。那通常他讲东西很有趣，所以主词记得放东西，有的时候可以放人。如果你觉得那个人很风趣的话 ，The book is really interesting. I can't stop reading it. 这本书太有趣了吧，我停不下来，只能一直读，一直读，一直读。好的，那我们来看一下我们这个单字例句。我正在读一本关于狗狗的有趣的书哦，这本书让我更想要了解狗狗的生活啊什么的。I'm reading an interesting book about dogs. It makes me want to learn more about them. 好，接下来第二个单字很重要哦 ，add 增加、添加的意思，动词哦。比如说呢，帮我在茶里面加一些糖 ，Please add some sugar to my tea， 很好用，日常生活中可以用用看。我们来看单字例句，让我把你加到我们的群组对话里面，这样你就可以获得最新的资讯了。Let me add you to our group conversation. This way you can get the latest information. 那接下来第三个单字呢，叫做 machine 哦。比如说呢 ，This washing machine can clean clothes very quickly。这台洗衣机呢，可以很快的清洗衣服。单字例句，同学对照着书看哦。那台老旧的机器在维修后呢，还是会发出很多很多的噪音。That old machine still makes a lot of noises after repairs.
Both the hot air balloon and house images help give better eye test results. Next time you get an eye test, check out the picture in the auto refractor.
All right, so we have the famous red house church barn building that could be in Iceland. It could be in America. We also have the wonderful balloon that isn't actually in Monument Valley, but the road is. But really, this is just interesting stuff to know. As the article says, the important thing is both the hot air balloon and house images help give better eye test results.
Because your eyes...
I don't care if that red barn is in Australia, Canada, or Antarctica, or on top of Elephant Mountain, as long as it gives me good results for my eye test.
You don't want to visit those places?
I don't really care.
You can compare them to the one that you see in the machine.
I could, but I could just be happy that I have good glasses that work.
Right.
Yes.
他在讲说不管是这个热气球啦，还是这个房子其实基本上呢，不管他们在哪里重点就是说他们可以让我们的这个眼睛测试的结果呢更准确所以这个才是重点啦。那这个 help 同学要注意后面加动词原形，比如说 I'll help you clean the classroom。有的时候呢，中间的这个受格可以省掉 ，I'll help clean the classroom 也是 OK 的哦。
All right, so the next time you get an eye test, check out the picture in the autorefractor. It probably will be either a red building or a balloon. Or hey, maybe they'll change
something else.
I mean, they've been using the same balloon since 1990, so, you know, they could kind of freshen it up a little bit. But really, does it matter? As long as you get a good test with good results and the right glasses, I don't really mind.
But probably it makes your eye test more fun. Right? At least you can get to focus on something else. Like
I'm sure. I mean, you need to focus on something. Otherwise, you're not testing your eyes.
Right. And you can think about this article and think about how fun it may be. Maybe. OK, 这个 next time 在这里要当连接词哦，就是说呢，下次怎么样的时候就可以怎么样。那这个 check something out 就是去看看。比如说呢 ，next time you get your eyes checked.Don't be scared. No. Now that you know how everything works.
Nothing to be scared of.
Think about how beautiful these places are.
Be scared when you go to the dentist, but not when you go to the eye doctor.
Dentists are scary. 同学们来看今天最后一个单词哦 ，result 这个代表什么研究或检查的结果？比如说呢，测验的结果会在下周出来 ，The test results will come out next week。这个可以当比如说你去考试考试的结果，或者是你去健康检查的结果都可以哦，所以很好用。那这个单字例句哦，比如说呢 ，Mandy 做了健康检查，她的血液检验结果很好，都很正常。Mandy had a health check. Health check， 同学可以把它记起来。And her blood test results were all good.
Review time.
All right, we have a quick little conversation question for you guys to engage with. Maybe you can ask and answer this question with your friends. It's the good question, though. It says, how can you tell if a picture is real or Photoshopped? We're assuming the red building is real,
right.
But we learned today, of course, that balloon is Photoshopped. It's kind of 2 or 3 pictures put together, and that's kind of a fake, right? I mean, often when you see a picture, you think that's what happened, that's what the camera captured, but sometimes they can change things. And yes, this is becoming an issue, right? Especially with news pictures, with AI and stuff like that. So how can you tell if a picture is real or not real, or, you know, Photoshop made with a computer?
Can you tell?
Sometimes. But I wouldn't say I'm an expert. No, not at all.
I think now AI is getting better.
Oh, for sure.
So sometimes when you see images, AI singing, I for a moment I thought that was real. Yesterday I listened to a song. It's like it has video with it.
Okay.
And then I see beautiful girls dancing and singing, and then someone commented down below that it was all fake.
Really?
And the person in the video was singing.
Okay.
So the mouth is moving. So I guess it's difficult. But you can look for unnatural places.
Sure.
Yeah, like arms with like extra fingers.
Yes.
Something like that.
They've had a few examples of that, right? Celebrities use it and suddenly their neck is really long or half their leg is missing if you look carefully. So you can look carefully.
Right.
Yeah, I think you can also do image searches. And if it's put together with 2 pictures, right, a computer program might be able to tell you, oh, that's taken from this and the other part is from here, like with that balloon in the road. But I think the best thing is just, especially with news pictures that shows something shocking or unbelievable, it's to check out where the picture comes from. It's the same with a lot of news. If you read it on the internet, it does not mean it's true or real or was made to, you know, make things better. It could be out there to cause confusion or, you know, to get people to believe the wrong thing. So it is always good to keep an open mind and do your research. Take care of yourselves, guys, and your eyes, and we'll see you back here soon.
好，同学，如果你想学更多实用的英文的话呢，欢迎加入 A Plus English 空中美语粉丝团哦。我们下次见，拜拜。
Take care.
轻松学英文，现在就加入空中美语空中家教官方 LINE。